In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn with. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics. In linguistics, we have commenced the chapter that is known as translation studies. In translation studies, I told you about equivalence and its types, like formal equivalence and a dynamic equivalence. And it was the theory of Eugene Nida. After that, I started Catford theory in translation. And Catford theory in translation, I told you about his own definition of translation, then level shift, and also some of the types according to him related to translation, like total translation, free translation, and partial translation, etc. Today, I'm going to extend his theory and discussing another important point to his theory, and that is structure shift. Remember, first of all, I told you about a level shift. But structure shift or category shift, it has been divided into four types. So today I'm just talking about structure shift. That what is mean by structure shift? Listeners and audience. Whenever we are talking about structure shift, according to Ketchberg, structure shift means in some languages when we are translating them from the source language into the target language, the structure or the order, they do not remain the same. The structure of one language is different from the structure of other language. So if we translate one language into another language, the message of the source text into the target text and the structure does not remain the same. Such kind of structure is called structure shift. Why it is called structure shift? Because the structure does not remain the same. For example, if you're talking about English language, in English language, we have the structure level of the sentence is subject plus verb and plus object. See in this sentence, for example, this is the original text of English language. He, this is subject, eats, that is verb, and the bread, that is object. However, when we converse and translate this sentence into Urdu language, so Urdu and English language, they do not have the same order. So that's why if they do not have the same order, it means the order is changed. Yes, subject, verb, object are also there, but the order of them is changed. So when this order is changed, this process is called structure shift. For example, in English, first of all, we have subject, then we have verb, and then we have object. So the structure is SVO. However, if we are talking about Urdu language, the structure is, for example, Vaho, that is subject, Ruti, that is object, and Khata hai, that is verb. So in Urdu language, the structure is SOV. In English language, the structure is SVO. So when these structure are different and become different in translation, this is called structure shift. Listeners and audience, now the question arises. If there are two languages, they are identical and similar in structure even after translation, then what we call? Then we call it equivalence level. Why we call them equivalence level? Because based on order, based on structure, they are similar. Let's see, for example, Pashto language and Urdu language. They both have similar structure, even when we translate them. For example, see, and this is the example of Pashto language. For example, Haga, this is subject. Todai, this is object. Khuri, again, this is what? This is verb. Okay, so the structure is S, O, and V. And when we're talking about Urdu language, waho, it means this is subject, roti, this is verb, sorry, this is object, and khata hai, this is verb. Again, you see, the structure is SOV. So both languages, Pashto and Urdu language, both have the same structure. So that's why we call it equivalence level. So hope that this topic is clear to you. Thank you.